Good evening, welcome to First Take Live. Good to have you with us. Well, tonight we're going to talk about something that I actually have some experience with. You're probably thinking, what don't you have experience with? Well, this one I did. You know, people that have celiac disease or people who are gluten intolerant, they have a lot in common because when they have to figure out now what they can't eat, you know, often one of the things they have to eliminate is gluten. But my guest tonight, who has come on to share some of her secrets, and you can be able to check her out on her website as well. I will call her the gluten-free expert when it comes to figuring out what you can eat and how you can do it yourself and how you can do it inexpensively instead of going and paying extra money for those gluten-free products. Joining me, Trina Astor-Stewart is here. Trina, good to have you.
Hi, Garth. Good to...
I heard you speak last week. I mean, I've heard you before, but last week I heard you for a half an hour at the Benefits for Women organization.
Yes.
Fascinated by your story, of course, and then you did touch on, of course, this part of your life because you have so much else going on. But this has taken on such a work of its own because it's affected you and your family.
Well, that's right. You know, I didn't really know that I would be on TV talking about gluten-free foods or anything. I started out trying to feed my family. And, you know, 15 years ago when we found out that we would have to start living gluten-free, there wasn't very much available, very expensive, and it didn't taste very good.
No.
Awful, and very expensive, and my family wouldn't eat it. I raised two boys, so kids are fussy.
They'll have none of that.
No, don't want that.
Yeah,
don't want that.
So tell me what people. I mean, and I know you're not a doctor, so
no,
I make it clear.
No,
but you learn how to help people live with this because you've created a bunch of e-books that are available on your website where they can go there, and you printed off your e-book, so it's here. Normally, the people go there, download it, pay a fee, and download it, and have it there. But you know, let's just talk about some of those effects that were happening in your life. Like, what was it like? What was it? Breck said he had been sick, and then you were now
Well,
sick.
I had actually, I had pain in my joints for a number of years, and my fingers swelled up and stuff like that, and it was just uncomfortable. And I went to a couple of doctors, and oh, we don't know what's wrong with you.
Sent you through like a bunch of rheumatologists, all that stuff.
All that.
You did the whole tour, right?
Basically, sent me home with Valium.
Right. Is that to quiet you down?
Must have been.
No, because honestly, when the doctors don't know, that they don't know, but they know you're not right.
The thing is, though, that people, they'll practically give up anything but wheat because a gluten-free diet basically is meat, potatoes, and vegetables, and fruits.
No sandwiches, hardly.
No.
Until we have that bread
yes,
we're cooking.
Yes.
Okay, what else?
So the thing is, you can deal with a gluten-free diet on the short term and be fine, but after a while, you crave things. You know, you go to a coffee shop and you see all those muffins and all those donuts and you see everybody else, or you go to a function, you say, well, I'll just have one little piece.
And was that your story too?
Yeah.
And then what happened to you as soon as you took it?
Well, as soon as I have one little piece, like last week, for instance, I did what I shouldn't have done. There was, you know, I was hungry, I was at an event, and there were little meatballs, and I don't put breadcrumbs in my meatballs anymore. But I forgot, and I had some. Well, the next day, all my fingers swelled up.
Really?
Yeah. Just, you know, there couldn't have been a lot in it, but, you know, I should know better, but, you know, even I forgot, right? You get hungry, and so you tell yourself, like, I can talk myself into real good. I can tell myself, oh, I could just have a little piece. That looks so good. You know, you're at a wedding and they have all this cake or something. And I think, I'll just eat a little piece of icing.
Right.
So the only way that I could manage to stick to this diet was to invent some recipes that I felt that were tasty and good and nutritious and that we would all enjoy eating, and that hopefully nobody would tell the difference.
So now your house became somewhat of a laboratory?
Yes.
And everybody and all the people there were science projects waiting.
That's right. That's right. And everything I made was not absolutely wonderful. Sometimes you have to go through the process.
I think you talked about it like some hardened puck. You were talking about that when I heard you speak.
The first birthday cake I tried to make for my husband was as hard as a hockey puck.
Like, because it can be, right?
Oh yeah.
And did he eat it dutifully?
Well, no. I think that's, you know, the boys and my husband, I mean, as good as they are and as loving and kind, they will tell me if it's not good, don't make that again, Mom.
Now you've brought lemon meringue. You tilted up a bit to the camera there. Just tilted up a bit. You see, like we have lemon meringue pie here that you just made today.
I made
coming
this
on the show.
afternoon.
This afternoon we're going to try some of that, and then you also brought some bread as well, and we've got coffee here.
Yes.
It's like the First Take Live bistro and cafe. Anyways, we're going to come back with more about this gluten idea, gluten-free. If you are suffering with anything considering like celiac and you're kind of frustrated and you don't know what to eat and you have some concerns, well, I'd say an expert's in the house because there's cookbooks full of great recipes, and she's in house right now. Trina Astor Stewart is the author of these ebooks. She did print it off for me, but you can get them online, and we're going to come back and talk about more about gluten-free and how it can help you as well as celiac disease. Stay with us.